My husband said, "Go ahead and get a divorce, you can't prove anything." I stayed silent. I saved the messages, the bank statements, and an audio recording. When the judge opened that file in court, his lawyer lowered his eyes. The entire room went still. He had said it while I stood by the kitchen doorway, like he was reading the weather report. "Go ahead and get a divorce. You can't prove anything." His voice carried the same calm you hear on Sunday mornings in our neighborhood when lawn mowers hum in the distance. I didn't answer. I turned off the coffee machine, watched the steam rise from my mug, and placed a decision inside the silence. I wouldn't speak. I would collect. We lived in a small town in Ohio called Fairlane. The mall was Smithy Mall, where Saturday evenings smelled like pizza grease and discounted shoes. I worked as a nursing assistant, night shifts, low pay, heavy exhaustion that settled into your bones. He worked in IT. He was always saying, "The project's in a phase right now," but his phone notifications never slept. We lived paycheck to paycheck. My credit card hovered near its limit. The health insurance deductible was a word that made my stomach tighten. The kids' school fees felt like a small war every month, one we fought with late notices and careful math scribbled on envelopes. His name was Evan. When he talked, he tapped his fingers on the table, a steady tick-tick like he was scolding time itself. His lies followed the same rhythm, organized, practiced. First it was, "I've got overtime." Then, "Team outing." Then, "I'm driving, the signal's bad." I believed him because belief is cheap. Doubt costs more: energy, courage, consequences. The first proof came by accident. I was buying burgers for the kids at the Smithy Mall food court when I opened my banking app on my phone. A transaction stood out, something that didn't belong to us. A bakery in downtown Akron. I took a screenshot. Then another transaction. Then another. I didn't explain it away. I trained myself instead. I wrote down dates, amounts, locations. After a night shift, I sat in my car in the hospital parking lot and saved everything into a folder. I labeled it with one word: later. Autumn crept in. The trees in Fairlane Park turned yellow, and with every falling leaf, a question dropped inside me. Evan's shirts began to carry a scent that wasn't mine. I didn't ask. I started listening. One night, rain tapping against the windows like impatient fingers, he put his phone on speaker and laughed with someone. "I'll be waiting for you tomorrow," he said. I turned on the audio recording. I counted my breath so they wouldn't give me away. My friend Lisa worked at a diner off the highway, faded red booths, coffee that never ended, the kind of place where waitresses remembered your order but not your secrets. I didn't tell her anything. I just asked, "If someone has proof, is it ever enough?" She set down my cup and said, "It's enough when you keep it safe." That night, I separated my credit card bills into their own file. The kids' tuition receipts. Letters from the insurance company. I gave everything the weight it truly carried. When he said, "Go ahead and get a divorce," I saw the confidence in his eyes, the kind lies earn when they live unquestioned for years. I stayed silent. I saved the messages, the heart emojis, the miss you texts that were never meant for me. I organized the bank statements. I backed up the audio file in 2 places. I dropped the kids off at school and talked about the weather like nothing had changed. Winter arrived early that year. The courthouse day was cold, the kind of cold that slips through your coat and settles under your ribs. Outside the Akron building, the wind cut sharp. Evan's lawyer wore a polished suit and carried himself with confidence. My lawyer was plain, his folder thick with notes. The room filled slowly. When my name was called, I looked straight ahead. The judge opened the file. Paper rustled, and the sound alone quieted the room. Then he asked for the audio to be played. The laughter, the promises, the dates, everything lined up neatly, like facts finally agreeing with each other. Evan's lawyer lowered his eyes. There was no drama. No shouting. Just truth. The bank receipts spoke. The messages told time. The audio revealed intent. The judge asked questions, short, precise. I answered the way I read medication charts at the end of my shift. No room for error, no emotion allowed to blur the facts. The ruling wasn't cinematic. No applause. But there was justice. Fair division of assets. Clear responsibility for the children. Payments that looked simple on paper but weighed heavy in real life. Outside, I breathed for the first time in weeks. I drove toward Fairlane Park. The trees stood bare, but the sky was clear. Life didn't transform overnight. We still live paycheck to paycheck. The credit card balance is shrinking slowly, month by month. Health insurance remains a constant worry. But at night, when I sit with my kids by the diner window and watch steam rise from our mugs, I remember, silence isn't weakness. Sometimes, silence is a file. And when it's opened, the room goes still. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Your support helps these real, human stories reach others who may need them. Thank you for listening until the end, for your time, and for being part of a community that values truth, resilience, and quiet strength.